Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be doing sort of a clean off the desk, and in the spirit of cleaning up bins around me, right? We're just going to continue, okay? So first we're going to start with the desk. All this stuff. All the stuff. Okay, I hope y'all are doing well. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. Yes, if you recall, one of the bins was this one, right? We organized this one and I'm working my way through it, which feels so good. Oh, got more stuff back there. And then, excuse me. And then I had another bin that I found and it had a bunch of papers in it, right? So I went ahead and made 9 prepared signatures. So that is good. And then I looked around. Let me just see here because here's some more stuff. Okay. I looked around. I have another bin at my feet. I mean, this is just getting out of control, folks. So let's just go through it. Um, Now, some of these I'm just going to start making piles because some of these things I'm going to put in other drawers, uh, where I store stuff. So this is one of them. These are envelopes that I will store with all the other envelopes, right? Oh my goodness. Whew. I am still worn out, let me just tell you. I rode my bike 15 miles this morning. I really want to get up to 20 so badly, but it is what it is. So, anywho, okay, here are some playing cards, which I do actually have a box that has playing cards in it. However, I am going to put this right in the front of my bit box, okay? Here are some postcards. These, people skiing, how fun, huh? Um, I'm going to put those in the bit box too because I can surely use them. This right here, I'm going to put this in the magazine cutouts, I do believe. Okay, here's some more plastic sleeves. I've never used these in a journal before. Now, let me just think. These are 3, and they're for, I believe, 4x6 photos. I'll have to figure it out because I've never used them before. See, if I folded it in half like this and sewed it into a journal, this would be too wide. So I could actually cut this in half, overlap them, sew it, and then fold it. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day I will figure those out. This goes into my, as does this. Um, I love my bookhouse books. Oh my gosh. Did I ever tell you guys that story? Yeah. When I was it was a long time ago, but anyway, my in-laws were leaving and one of my family members had a bunch of these bookhouse books and she got rid of them. Yeah. I was not at that time. I mean, we're talking a long 30 years ago, or more, more than 30 years ago. But oh my heavens to Betsy. Oh, I was so disappointed when I heard that. But anyway, these are going to go into a separate pile for me to store where I keep my vintage stuff. Anyway, the good part about this is the bookhouse books is that I found an entire set when we lived in the Keys. One of the things we do every single weekend because we had a wonderful, wonderful library there. It was very close to the house, so we would go there. I would have my husband drop me off there every weekend, and they had this huge, I mean, to me, it looked huge section of free books and free magazines. So, oh my gosh, yes, I collected so many things from there. And then one day I found some of these bookhouse books, right? They were like pristine mint condition. I don't know what year they're from. But anyway, they weren't, I don't think they're vintage. I don't know. Let me just show you really fast because they're right here. That was almost super bad. Okay. Yeah, I almost dropped a glass thing. This is what they were, right? I don't know what, and I'll never cut into these. These will be for my grandchildren. But copyright 58, 60, 63, 65. Oh, no, then we have 71. And then we have 71. Okay, so these are from 71. And I went and got like the first like four or something, because I was so thrilled to find them. And I actually collected them to, um, you know, cut up. I know, gasp, right? Yeah. I wanted them to cut up. And oh my, look at that. Okay, I've used some of this. That's odd, huh? I'm just going to do this. What I'd like to do, I'll finish that story in a second. But what I'd like to do is when I find stuff like this, I want to have it like prepared, to go into a journal. So with this, I can easily put this into a journal for a page. Yeah. Okay. And then this one up here as well. And then the rest of it will go into a scrap bin. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Anyhow, back to the story of the library. So, yeah, we drove away with like 4 books, right? And so when we were in the car driving home, this will go into the scrap bin. I was, and then this can be folded like this, and there we have another journal page. So, anyhow, yeah, we're driving home and I'm looking through the books and I'm like, oh my heavens, these are pristine. They are pristine books. And there's no way that I can cut into them. So we got all the way home. And like I said, I looked through all of them. There was no damage, no, nothing. They were beautiful. And, but I had only got like 4 of them, because I was like, oh, I'll save some for somebody else if they do the same weird stuff I do. Anyhow, let me just prepare this one as well. Anyway, yeah. I told my husband as soon as we got home, I said, babe, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but could you please, there's another page for a journal. Could you please take me back to the library and let me get the rest of the set? And let me just tell you, I have 9, 10, 11, 12. I have a set of 12 and they are gorgeous. Oh my goodness, are they gorgeous? Okay, so here we have, this is going to go into my bit box. Okay. These might go into my magazine. Like this would look beautiful like on a green, what is it called? The color, color glue book. Purple. Yeah. There's a car going very slowly. Okay, so we'll put that there. This goes in, this I got in Happy Mail. I do believe it's, who's that guy? Oh my gosh. Tim Holtz, yeah. Tim Holtz paper. Nice and thick, double-sided. This makes a really great pocket, in fact, it would make a really great journal cover. So I'm going to put that with my signatures. Okay, then we have this. Has got to go in my Christmas section. I know we've been through some of these. This is I'm going to cut this thing out and probably put it in my color glue book. This again is, this is Christmas perhaps? Yeah, it has Christmas stuff on it. So that'll go in my Christmas stash. This goes in my Christmas stash. See, we've been over some of these things. When I cleaned out another box, my bit box, I think. But these I will actually put into, where they need to go. This needs to go into this pile here, the vintage stuff. Okay, these both go into the magazine clippings. This is going to go in, I do believe, the baby's journal. So we're going to set that aside. This goes into, yep. So this is actually the pile, right, that I cleaned up with you guys before. I love these things, but I just never put it away. It just ended up becoming another pile, right? I love these things here. Um, I don't know. Maybe the bit box. I'm not sure. Huh. I don't want them to get lost in my stuff. So the bit box it is. Okay, this is plain white paper. Here is a sticky note pad. I love these two to just do little bits of journaling. So that is going to go in the drawer that it belongs. Pencil goes over there. Okay. Here is some stuff which this is going to go in the bit box because I can use some of these things, yeah, in my journal because my kids are still, making their house their home. Here's white paper. What I do with this, I do save these odd shapes papers, and I do my lettering on them. So I just keep a pile of them, and then if the pile gets so big, um, then I will take them and paint over them or um, gel print on them or stamp on them or whatever, right? So it gets used up. So there's that. This goes in the bit box with the other um, notepads. This is garbage because I was gluing on it. This is what I use in my journal for a pencil board. So that needs to go, you know, where I can find it again. This is a paper that I wasn't sure I could, yeah, see, this is so pretty. And I could put it in a journal, but I would have to sew it here and I'd have to add something on this side. So we'll put it in the pile of uh, the papers that I'm preparing to make more signatures out of. These are doilies. That goes in the same pile, right? Okay, white paper, white paper. All right, for this here, I'm going to take my cutter out. So these two things right here, this is where I keep my numbers. My numbers come from, generally speaking, they come from Loveland's Life, from Messy Missy Creates, and from Recreations by Brooke. Okay. That's where my numbers come from. That's what is in this one. These are I get at the Dollar Tree or whatever. They're, I sometimes I get them at Michael's if I happen to be there. I think that's where I got these. They were like $1 on sale. This one here holds my days of the week, which again, same thing. It's either Brooke at Recreations by Brooke, Melissa at Messy Missy Creates, or Lynn at Loveland's Life. And then in the back here, oh, here's some Pocket Journal Pam stuff. And then I keep different things that I use frequently, right? So that's where these are kept. Now, this one here is to record my bike riding. So we're just going to quickly, hopefully, cut them up and get them ready to roll. Yes. So on the days that I ride my bike, I have an exercise bike that my husband just recently got me. And yeah, let me think. I did not ride yesterday, which I was disappointed about, but I didn't get up early enough. I like to do mine in the morning, even though I can do it at any part of the day, but I'd rather do it in the morning. And so we had gone out to breakfast with my in-laws, and so we were not able, let me put those over there. I was not able to do it before leaving, right? To go out to breakfast. So I did not. I know this is tedious, but I just would rather do it and get it over with. And then I will store these in my pink thing. Yeah, my pink thing. So yes, I like whenever I'm walking or riding my bike, I like to keep track of how many miles I go, how long it takes me to go that many miles, all of that jazz. Currently, I'm doing 15 miles a day and enjoying it very much. However, I would like to do about my goal anyway is to get up to 20 miles a day in about 45 to 50 minutes. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. I'm already sleeping so much better. Yes, I have not exercised, mind you. I haven't exercised all year. Um, yeah. And here we are now, June. So, yeah, for the last 6 months, I have not uh, exercised. So I'm so happy. I told my husband, I said, well, maybe if I had a bike. And here's the reasoning because I love to walk, right? I do very much enjoy walking. I could walk for days, but um, I also really don't want to be in the sun. So the only time I have to do it is early morning, before the sun comes up. And some of you might say, well, just walk after dinner or whatever. Look, after my dinner, I am on the couch and relaxing and enjoying time with my husband, and I have no desire to walk. Um, my husband is not a walker, so getting him to go with me, nightmare, just saying. So, yeah. So I said, if I had the there we go. Right in there next to my walking little things. There we go. Yeah, if I so here are daubers. I'm going to put those away in a second. Um I'm putting these away in front of me, which is where they go. So yeah, to walk I in order to do my walking and stuff, white paper getting saved, double-sided tape going in a drawer that I cannot open. Um yeah, to go walking with and not be in the sun, it I would have to get up before the sun comes up. And I used to, believe me, I used to get up at 5 in the morning every morning, have 1 cup of coffee, go for my walk 2 or 3 miles, come home, have my second cup of coffee, blah blah blah, start my day. But um yeah, it just hasn't been working out lately. So this I printed off. It was supposed to be on vellum. I forgot to put the vellum in, and so printed out on paper. It is absolutely beautiful, but yeah, I'll have to put it into the bit box. All right. Now, these things here, I use these as glue books, right? And what I mean by that is not like your typical glue book where, you know, you glue stuff. No, I use these uh, to glue my things on before I stick them in my journal or something like this. I don't know why I'm getting this. I must have signed up to get something, and then of course they sell your information, whatever. Yeah. So, what I might do though is I just saw if I could find a white one. My daughter just gave my husband her KitchenAid stand mixer for Father's Day because they just moved into their house. So all of these things go to my side because they go right over here, right? Okay, let's see what else is down here. Anyway, my daughter um and her boyfriend just moved into their house, and so as they're moving in all of their stuff and everything, they're also combining, kind of like combining households, right? So they had two KitchenAids. So my daughter asked if my husband wanted the one that she has, and since he does most of the cooking and everything and baking and all of that stuff, He said, yeah, sure, just give it to me for Father's Day. Don't go out and buy anything or anything like that. You know. So anyway, so that was nice. Okay, let me think here. May, April, gosh. I don't think I have flipped this yet. Okay. Yeah, this is my May journal and I have not flipped it yet. So I need to put it close so that I will flip it. This right here is um it comes from here. This is where I got it from. I went to this website and order the catalog. They have absolutely stunning clothing and beautiful, beautiful images. Yes, and I love to cut them out and use them in my journals. They're just gorgeous. The other thing I love about this catalog is that it's matte paper. It's like made of, it almost feels like newsprint, but it's thicker. And I just love it. Yeah, I would cut her out and put her on a page, stick a quote by her, whatever. So that goes in my magazine thing. Okay. Now, let's see what else we have here. Let's move this aside because I'm not working on that. We have this. We have this. And, oh, let me get that out. And we have this. Okay. Let's put this aside. Now, what I have in here, in this little basket, is I've been keeping little things that I can perhaps send in Happy Mail. Okay. Um, yeah, little things that I've drawn or painted or like doodled, like this right here. Yeah. So little bits like that, extra things that I pick up when I'm out, that would make a good, add on page or tip in to a journal. So that'll go up there. This goes in my box of journal stuff that I just made. Okay, all of these, let's see. Again, you've seen some of these things. So they migrated from one box to another, right? I'm going to put these, I do believe, I love this paper so much. This is going to go, you know what? I think, hmm, I don't know. I might put, because I love these butterflies, and guess what? Our little butterfly is coming home soon. So I wonder, let me just see something. This was in Happy Meal. Um, let me see. Here is an already done, I think this should fit in here. Yes, it will. Look at that. Okay. So I can definitely sew this signature into this journal for our baby butterfly. Yep. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. And then I can keep track of all the things she's doing, right? And then here's some extra little tidbits in here, as well as, let me get these out, these right here. Okay. So we are going to put this aside so that I can sew it in later. I'm also going to put some kind of clasp on it to keep it closed, and that'll work out perfectly. And then I'll have this beautiful handmade journal. It's so cute for our little baby. Okay. So put that aside. Okay, here's another one of these Montgomery Ward. Again, I must have called or something and or ordered, whatever from something, and they've sold my address. And so anyway, I use these to glue my bits, right? So there's one, here's another one. Lakeside Collection. So these go down here. Where I have other books like that. So the next time, oh, this was when I used to homeschool and I was head of the group, that we belong to. Uh, what was I saying? Yes, they'll go down there, and every time I need a new one, I do go through them quite quickly, you know. This, hmm, maybe I will put in here, and we'll see. Yep, that'll work out perfectly. Okay, here is my calendar. Now, I really wanted to keep this up, uh, but it's gone by the wayside a bit. So, I don't know why either. I honestly don't know. Now, I could very easily come in here and do the entire spread for the entire month. I have all of my notes. Yeah. So that it's really not that big of a deal. This month I did a little bit more. I think this is when my kids actually moved into their uh their house. This little mustache symbolizes my daughter's boyfriend. Oh yeah, back in Mother's Day. So let me think. Yeah, they were in their house by then. Or they had bought it. They weren't living there yet. But anyway, regardless. Okay, yeah. So I did a little bit. I did like half of the month, almost half of the month. And then nothing in June so far. And what is today? Today is the 17th. So, yeah, I could very easily come in here, take a little bit of time and do this, right? Not that big of a deal. So I will set it aside and we'll do that. Okay. Now is this. Okay. Let us see what is happening here. All right. What I did was, and I don't even know if I did this with you guys or not, but um I went through a bunch of, or not a bunch of, maybe a few, let's get in frame here, a few Mantra Wellness magazines, right? So this is not Mantra Wellness. This is something else. Um, I think this is from that calendar, or not calendar, the catalog that I just showed you, because I can tell by the paper. Um, this is beautiful to put on a page. So this is going to go in my Bitbox because I love that so much. I don't need any of this. Okay, we are going to, I think, go ahead and cut some of this down, because for this, I wanted the pencil and the pen, possibly the eraser. So we're just going to cut it out like this and let go of the rest. Okay, go in the recycle bin. Okay, let's see here. This, oh, let's check the back. All right, yep. Generally, when I do cut out things, this would be for grocery shopping or something like that. Generally, when I cut things out, or when I harvest magazines, just so you know, I put what I want on the top, right? Okay, so hope that made sense. So this, I like that. Accomplish amazing things. So this would be like, I would put this in my journal for a day that I sat in here and like did all the journaling in one day or something like that. Okay. I'm not looking at too much else. Okay, here is a nice pen. Oops, I got something on here. I just want to cut these down a little bit so that it's, I can put these all together with like a paper clip or something and put them in my bit box, right? I'm going to cut that word journal out, and this goes in recycling. Okay. All right, recycling. Okay, this is a pretty one. Sorry. Oh my heavens, to Betsy. Sorry if I'm shaking you all around. This I'm gonna cut down. So we'll cut it here. We'll cut it there. We'll cut it there. Okay. So that would be, again, a day that I'm working on my journal or something like that. And I could maybe even fit this here or something, like I would put something over here, right? But this would go into things that I would use to put into my journal. Okay. I like procrastination and laziness. I'm not at this moment in time, I'm not trying to overcome it. So it just is what it is. Okay, I like this relaxing girl here. And I'm not really too much looking for a lot of other things other than what caught my eye the first time I took these out, right? Well, I could take out spring clean, like as if I'm going to do some such nonsense spring cleaning. No, I really should do spring cleaning, obviously, but I don't generally do spring cleaning. I just clean as needed, right? There we go. I used to be so regimented. My daughter and I talked about that yesterday when we were on the phone. I used to be super, super regimented. And this, I like this. Yeah, everything was scheduled. Like everything was scheduled. And now I don't have time for that. Let's see here. I like this relaxing lady, or although she looks like she's holding her nose, so I'm not really sure what that's about, but put her down there. I love this tree here. This background is very nice. But I'm sacrificing it for this plant. Yeah. I am still trying to figure out my caladiums, can I tell you? Yeah. Okay, time to heal. I love this right here. So let's get this out. Okay, and we will cut it here. And we might just leave the rest. I don't know. I like this torn edge here, frankly. You know what? I think I'm gonna cut the tops. Yeah. Yep. Cut that off. Yep. I like that. Okay, so that can go here. You're not alone. Oh, and the pencil. I don't know. That's so cute. Yep. We're sacrificing the pencil. So I like that. I like that. So I'll put that there. This gets put away. I like this hourglass. That's pretty much why I saved this one. Now, I will tell you, once I totally fussy cut these, just so you know, those little fussy cuts are going to go probably in one of these boxes, which I might go through these boxes with you too at some point. Okay. I don't think I need this after all. Delicious berries with pancakes and stuff. I just don't think sacrificing that. Okay, keys to finding happiness. How fun are these, right? Sometimes I might even save these. Let me think. Or maybe I'll just cut one of them out because, or all of them, who knows? Because they make a really good reference, right? These would be so easy to watercolor and then doodle, your own little thing. Let's see. I think maybe I'll cut out this happiness. Again, I'm just really roughly cutting them. Okay, there's that. And then this right here. And like, who can forget the little bee? Okay, so there's that. Oh gosh, let me see here. I love these pictures. Mm. Hmm. I don't know. I think I'm sacrificing that. My brain has too many tabs open. Here are these really cute things too. I've never been to any of these places, so I don't need that. Here's another girl relaxing or, you know, like meditating or whatever. So yeah, I like those. When I feel as though I need some peace or some prayer time, I like to put those in my book. And I know I'm sure that there are a lot of things that I am not cutting out that you guys might cut out, right? I do realize that. So again, roughly cutting. I cannot wait for the day that I can drive up to my girl's house and have a cup of coffee with her on her patio. Oh, I can't tell you. All right. I think I just wanted that little thing there, which is super cute. So we'll cut that out. Consistency. No, I don't have clients. Okay. This I liked for the paintbrush because oftentimes I do paint and it would be fun to have. Okay. There's that. Here's another one. I like these a lot. Can you tell? There are many times when I need some relaxation and, uh, you know, what I call prayer time. Okay, there's that. This actually I am gonna save because I was gonna cut these little things out and I can use them in a glue book, so they're gonna go with the magazine clippings. Um, I used to collect sneakers, but I don't think I need those anymore because I'm not walking. Now, I mean, another one of my goals is actually to get back to walking 2 to 3 miles a day and then coming back and riding for 20 miles. So we'll see. I did save these also. I don't think I'm gonna cut this out. Yeah, this is gonna be for my magazines, right? This too can go for magazines, a color glue book or something like that. This as well. Magazine, this as well. Okay, and see, we're back to this. My journal. See, a lot of these magazines, I shouldn't say a lot of them, but in some of them, see, this would go on like one of my journal pages if I was sitting in here for like an hour, writing in my journal. Yeah. And then I would also put this pencil on it or the pen. So, yeah. Many times I've noticed through the years with Mantra Wellness, they do have the same, pictures or the same backgrounds or the same words or whatever. So, okay. I liked her, but I don't know that I need her right now. I love these cups. I think they're fantastic. And look, I just love you get so many, I think, inspirational ideas from this magazine, things that you could paint yourself or stuff like that. I don't know. I just think they're so beautiful. So here are the teacups. I do want to cut those out, although it has been a long while since I've had tea. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I used to have hot tea every night, every single night, and I loved it. Okay, this I'm taking this way. so I can have it like this. I do not, can I just tell you, I don't have use for a travel journal because I don't travel and I don't plan on traveling anytime soon. So let's see. I don't need this. I don't even know why I had it. And I don't need that. Okay, so sacrificing those. All right, so we got through those. This right here, oh my heavens. Don't think I forgot them. I knew they were in this basket the whole time, but I will put them like this, and I will put them with my other, right? Yeah, I don't want to let you guys down and just give up on this calendar, after everybody sent me all these gem stickers and especially these stickers right here. Yes, so I will, now that I'm cleaning stuff up, I will get back to it. Let's see what else is in here. This is from that, I do believe. It's just a beautiful image, right? So, okay, this was Memorial Day, Cinco de Mayo, Armed Forces Day. These are stickers from Rebecca Hoot, her May, and it was a few years ago. So I'll put those over here with the other stickers. This is an extra, just an empty journal cover. So I'll put that there. These are from Sweet Brook. So this goes into Printables. And this is a Friday freebie from this past May. And you can get her freebies by going to, let me move this aside. You can get those by going to her Facebook group. Okay. Yeah, it needs to be her Facebook group. So that you that is where you will find, join her group, her Facebook group, answer the questions so she knows you're not a robot, and then yeah, and participate too, even though so I should practice what I preach, because I do not participate. Unfortunately, I don't participate a whole lot on Facebook. I just don't. It is for personal reasons. However, I do go on Facebook. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. But I do not really, I don't comment, I don't share my stuff on there anymore. Again, for personal reasons. However, I do have all my stuff on Instagram. Okay. Now, these I want to put in this one here. This is for going to the dentist, right? Of course, I've got a bunch of them now. I don't need this many because, I only go to the dentist how many times, right? Twice a year. Oh man, are you kidding me? All right. We're just going to go like, well, you know what we're going to do? I don't know. This like never works out for me. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do it like in the center. Anyway, okay. And we'll just put these in here. Yep. So twice a year, I have my sticker for that. I'm going to sacrifice this. I had this out because my husband was going over to our daughter's house, helping her fix stuff, helping her boyfriend fix stuff and all that. I am going to, sacrifice this. I am going to sacrifice this because I already had another, if you remember, I don't know when it was, or maybe, yeah, surely you've seen it, but maybe a journal with me where my daughter and her boyfriend were redoing with I don't know, some TikTok hack or something. We're doing their closet. So I did save this for that purpose, but I already had something else in there. So that's all right. Okay, love this. This goes with this. This I don't need. Let's see. That's beautiful to put on a page. This is not needed. This is not needed as of right now. Love this, love her sitting here. So I could always cut this like this and then cut her out. Yeah, I like that. These are all from that catalog I showed at the beginning of the video. Love her. I just haven't cut them out yet. Love her. Her. Look at her. Beautiful. 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 Okay. Oh, here are more. Okay. Right down here. This is actually the woman who runs it, I do believe. Beautiful. 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 Okay. So yes, all of these go together, and when I'm cutting out my stuff, then yeah. Okay, so I'll put those down there. These I am sacrificing. You know what? Let's not sacrifice them. I've never done this before, I don't think. Why don't we just make these into journal pages? Why not? It's gonna get covered up anyway, or most of it is, so why not just use them instead of putting them in the trash? So there you have it. Those go with my pages, my journal pages. This right here is an AARP. Again, I use it for the same thing. This is what I glue on. Like if I was going to put this in my book, I would glue it on this, right? Okay, so that goes down there. Okay, let's try to get through the rest of this, okay? Here's Wayfair. I would look through this, and again, see, in this magazine, they have the numbers like smack in the middle of everything. It's a really good quality, magazine too, but I don't know. Hello Sunshine, that's cute. Um, I don't know. I might just use it for a glue book as well. Yep. And now I have about a dozen. This right here I use for Smoosh paper. Now, the question is finding a place for it. So I think I'll just fold it a little bit in half and I'll put it up on my shelf up there. Okay. Let's see here. These are all magazine clippings in here. I received them in Happy Mail, so I will put them in my magazine holder. This is, I'm sacrificing this. This is, I don't even know, AARP again. I have enough, okay? This is a scrap piece of paper. You know what? We're going to fold it in half. And we're going to put it in a journal. That's what we're going to do. This is just a scrap of nothingness. I'm sacrificing that. City furniture. Let's see. I should give this to my daughter, actually. These pictures are all, I think, too dark for me, personally. But how cute is that, right? For a table with the chairs and everything. Holy cannoli, $400 for a chair. That's a lot. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I'll save it for now. Okay. This here, I do believe this was a journal that it was a glue book, I'm sorry, that I started a while back. And it just has like, let me just get the rest of this stuff out of here so that we have a clean basket. Okay, clean basket, clean empty basket. Yeah, I started this a while ago. Oh man, those things fell out. See, and I just went through and just for fun, it's just a simple composition book, but a very simple one. I love it. Garden pictures. Oh my goodness, do I love a good garden. But yeah, so this is just something I take out when I feel like gluing stuff. And yeah, And see, I mean, not all of them are even covered, so it's still a work in progress. But yeah, it's been fun coming in here and gluing some stuff down. So what I plan on putting back into this basket are the things that I am currently working on. Okay, let's see what this one is real fast. Let's scooch this aside. Oh, here, this is my color glue book, right? Oh, I love this thing so much. Yep, I just have not, like, I love that. I just have not worked in it in a really long time. Whoops, let's get in frame here. In a really long time. So that will go into here as well. Um, where'd that other thing go that I had? Oh, now I don't know where it is. Okay. Anyway, this is garbage. This is going to go into something where I have things that are cut out. This needs to get cut out. Let me see here. This needs to get cut out. All right, this is the rest of what was in there. This is from Bella Grace. Oh, and then I have a bunch of like leaflet stuff that comes from my medicine that and these are the bags that my medicine came in. So anyway, so yeah, these are still things that I can use and cut out. Okay, so what else in here? Oh yes, I want to put this, right, my calendar, so I remember to work on that. And then as I go along, if there are things that I see as I'm going through stuff that I'm like, oh, you know what, like maybe this, for instance, oh, I'll send that in Happy Mail to somebody, so that basket can go in here. My little girl, our little baby girl, I need to work on this. So put that there. And then what on earth here? This is so bizarre. Um, how could I completely lose an entire journal? Ah, there it is. Okay. Sorry about that. This, I need to flip this. Okay. There we go. So that goes down here by the side of me. These go down here in the pile of things that I need to cut. So here we go, guys. Okay, so this needs to go back in front. Um, yeah, so this needs to be filed. These need to be put in the envelope drawer. This goes at for Christmas. These need to go in a drawer until I can figure out what to do with them. Here are, I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. Yep. Put these in while I have it here, right? Because why not? This is actually going to go into the book like that, right? And then this can go in there. And these, I'll just keep these like this, right? Yes. And the doilies can go in here. There you have it. Now, let me see if I've got, of course I don't. Okay. I was looking for one of these. Okay, see, this can now go in the bin where I have the other signatures. Okay. This can all just go right on my desk. Now, I don't know what happened to all the rest of those. Oh, there they are. These are little cutouts for clip art for Happy Mail. They always get flung around. Okay. So here's this. Okay, these I need to file all this stuff. This I'm putting into the signature bin. Okay. Oh. Okay. All of this now can go into my magazine drawer. Yeah. So all of this is ready to go. All right, so there you have it, guys. Okay, here's this. Okay, yep. So we are all done, folks. We are all done. I will now file this stuff away, put some other stuff away that I have on my desk. Like I still have all of these things, you know, that all my tools and whatnot, you know, that need to be put away. So I will do all of that. Here's this. Yeah. So I'll do all that and get rid of all the extra stuff. And then yeah, then my desk will be nice and cleared off. Yeah. And so ready for the next thing that I'm going to do, which is I don't know. I have no idea. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you guys enjoy that. I surely enjoyed it because I got my bins cleaned out, so that's good. And then I can sit in here and cut certain things out, um, you know, whatever the case is, and then put those things, you know, if I were to cut stuff out, and then put those things into, you know, my bit box to use or whatever. So there you have it. Or even in Happy Mail or wherever it goes, right? So yes, I will thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I know how precious time is. Trust me. Yep, I know how precious it is, and I really, really do appreciate that you choose to spend your time with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a wonderful, wonderful week. And I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.